Hey guys, and welcome back to another Unreal Engine 4 and 5 tutorial. So in today's video it's a nice, quick and easy one, but something which is quite highly requested and I think it's quite cool. So what we're going to be going over today is creating a system which allows the AI to see through a window or any transparent material. So if I were to hit play and show you what I'm going to make today, we'll notice that if obviously there's no window, there's just a hole in the wall, the AI can obviously see us. As you can see in the top left, it is printing hello whenever it sees us. And if I were to go over to one with a window, or basically something blocking it, but it is transparent, we should be able to see through it, you'll notice the AI can't actually see us, so they can't see through the see-through material. Whereas with the one change that I just made, we can go over, let me just wait for the hellos to disappear, and they'll now be able to see us through the transparent material and through the window again. So this works perfectly, and also if I hide behind the window, just the wall, it's not going to be able to see us, but in front of the window, it can. So this is what I'm going to be going over and creating today. So without further ado, let me delete this code and I'll show you how I've done it. So the first thing we're going to do is something you've probably already done, but that is going to be setting up allowing your AI to sense players. So I'm going to hit Control Space and open up my AI BP which I have here, and all I'm going to do in here is add a component and add pawn sensing, as you can see here. Now I'm not going to mess about with this too much, but what you can do is you can obviously change how far they can see and the angle at which they can see as well. But again, I'm just going to leave all of this as default. Then we're going to scroll down and get the on see pawn event, and all I'm doing here is just doing a print string so we can see when it has seen the player, and I'm actually going to change that to say seen. Now you can obviously do any code you want here, for example then chasing the player or anything along those lines, but this is all I'm going to be doing for now. So we'll hit compile, save, and we can close that. Now to hit play, you'll notice the AI is going to see us and it says seen in the top left up there. The next step is to actually create our glass material, or basically our see-through transparent material. So we're again going to Control Space, right click, this time creating a material, and I'm just going to name this one Glass Matte, like so, opening it up straight away. In here, we want to change the blend mode from opaque to translucent in the bottom left down here. Then I'm going to hold down 3 and left click to get a 3 vector, which is basically just a color, and we're going to plug that into the base color like so, changing the constant value just to a nice white color like so. Now we have a white material like this. But to make it see-through, I'm going to hold 1 and left click to get a constant vector, plugging that into the opacity, and then we can change this to any value which we like, and I found a good value for me was 0.4. And we can apply that like so. Now we have a slightly see-through material like this. And you can obviously customize this to get it however you want. So you could change this to be red, and you'll then have a red tinted window, like so. And you can obviously change this value as well. 0 being completely see-through, 1 being not see-through at all. So just change these values about like this. You can see 0.9 is just a nice dense glass material, which might look better for stained glass, for example this red color here. But again, for me, I'm just going to leave it as 0.4 and white, as I think that's just going to work perfectly fine for me. So we can press apply, and then we can close that, as that's all we need to do in here. Then we just need to simply apply this glass material to where we want the glass to be. So again, I'm doing it on this section here, so I've already got the static mesh for the window in here, and I'm just going to change it over to be my glass material perfectly, like so. So now we have that in there, like this. What I might do is just because it's Z clipping, I'm just going to toggle off snapping, and just make it slightly thinner, like so, which would also make a bit more sense anyway, as it is a window. They're typically not the exact same width and size, like so. So we then got something which looks a little bit like this. Now if we hit play and go over, you'll notice we can obviously see through and see the AI, but they can't actually sense us. So now the final step is we just need to select the static mesh which our glass material is on, so what we want the AI to be able to see through. Search for collision, and then what we want to do is change the collision preset from default to custom, and then just simply change the visibility response to ignore. And that is simply it. If we go over, we should now see that they're going to be able to see us perfectly like so. It is now printing seen, and behind the wall they can't see us, but in front of the transparent material they can now see us, once again working perfectly. So I think that'll be it for this video, as we've done everything we want to do. We've set it up so an AI can actually see us and sense us through a transparent material, as you would expect them to be able to actually see you through these materials like so. So thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, make sure to like and subscribe down below. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.